we speak.
From the BBC.
Hi, Finn. Oh, you don't look that happy today. Here, have a bit of cheese.
No thanks, Lee.
It's tasty. Italian cheese, my favourite.
Well, thank you, Lee, but, you know, I'm sorry. I'm just in a terrible mood today. Do you know I have to spend the whole weekend writing a report?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the boss said my first draft wasn't good enough and asked me to do the whole thing again by Monday.
Oh, not much fun. Sorry, Finn. Are you sure you don't want some cheese?
No cheese for me, thanks. You know, I'm really cheesed off.
Cheesed off? Is that a medical problem? You can't eat cheese?
No. In English, to be cheesed off means to be really annoyed. I'm so cheesed off. You can also say to cheese someone off. So, writing reports really cheeses me off.
So, now I know why you are cheesed off.
That's right. Cheesed off is today's expression in authentic real English. Let's hear some examples of how it's used.
Working with Caroline is not easy. She gets really cheesed off when people don't agree with her.
My sister cheeses me off. She borrows all my clothes and never returns them.
No need to be cheesed off, Finn. I can help you with your report.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you're such a sweetie, Lee. Thanks.
But you have to do what I say.
OK. What do I have to do?
First thing, have some of this cheese.
OK. This is quite delicious. Can I have some more, Lee?
You see, I knew you would feel better after eating something. You weren't just angry, you were hungry. Feeling a bit better now?
Oh, yes. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Now, let's get this done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
The English we speak.
From the BBC.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Elma. I'm from group 5. Today I want to explain to you about audio conversation. This audio talk about this dog and cheese. When I listening to this audio, I think it turns out between this dog and cheese has a different meaning. Like this audio start from Finn. Finn comes into the office where Lee is working, and Lee looks Finn's face is very angry. And then Lee asks to Finn, "Hi Finn, oh you don't look that happy today. Here, have a bit of cheese." And Finn answers, "Oh thanks Lee." And then Lee says again, "It's tasty. Italian cheese, my favorite." But Finn don't respect it because Finn have problems because the first draft is not good, and his boss asks to Finn for write report again, and then it's make Finn very annoyed, very cheesed up. And then Lee think Finn cannot cheese, but Finn explained to Lee that in English to be cheesed off means to be annoyed. Cheesed off is in authentic real in English, and then cheesed off is expression. And then when you feel something or you have problems with something, you can say cheesed off. When you annoy off when you annoy. Alright, it is different cheesed off and cheese. I hope you understand what did I say. Thank you for your attention.
From BBC Learning English.
The English we speak.
Glorious sunshine, lovely swimming pool. Ah, this is the life. Oh, isn't that Finn? Finn, what are you doing here?
Hello, Lee. I'm on holiday. You too?
Yes, I am.
Don't you love the Caribbean? And it's a great hotel, isn't it? Come on, sit by the pool with me here. Have some champagne.
Oh, champagne?
Yes, what better than enjoying a little bubbly, a little champagne, here under the tropical sun?
But Finn, last week you told me you had no money. You said you were skint. This is a pretty expensive holiday.
Yeah, that's true, but you know what? Our boss called me into his room and said I was up for a promotion. So I thought, you only live once, and you've got to splash out. Actually, I do fancy a swim. Here we go.
Wow, that big splash was Finn diving into the pool. Looks like he's enjoying his holiday. He also said it's good to splash out now and again.
Hi, Lee.
Yes,
it's
Finn?
lovely here in the water.
Good, good. But his phrase to splash out has nothing to do with diving. It means to spend a lot of money on pleasant things you don't really need. And it's our phrase in the English we speak today. Let's hear some examples.
I was feeling sad last week, so I splashed out on a new computer and I felt great.
I had to queue for ages to get my shopping yesterday. The shops were full of people splashing out after payday.
Here he comes. I hope he enjoyed his swim, as I have some bad news for him.
What a swim. Oh, it's great being here on holiday, isn't it, Lee?
Finn,
Yes?
you know you said our boss offered you a promotion?
Yes.
Well, did he actually offer it to you?
Not exactly. He said I'm a very good worker, and, well, he didn't actually offer me anything, but I thought, well, he would.
You see, Finn, the promotion, he offered it to me.
Oh, Lee, congratulations, and, I'd better pack and leave tomorrow. It's an expensive hotel.
Well, you're probably right. But our boss might consider you for a bonus later in the year.
That would be good, yes.
Sorry, Finn. But let's not let the Caribbean sun go to waste. How about another splash? Just a swim, I mean.
Okay.
I can race you to the other end. Come on.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
Bye.
Bye.
The English we speak.
From BBC Learning English.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Stefanus gabrisch. I'm from Group 5. Today I want to explain about the splash out audio. And before that, I want to introduce everyone who is in the audio. So this audio tells about the conversation between Lee and Finn, which they are friends and work in the same place. So in their office, have a good news because their boss will choose the one of his employees for a promotion, and every employees really want that promotion. And Finn, the one of his employees, he thinks he will be chosen by his boss because the boss called him into his room and say, Finn, you are a very good worker. And the boss just only praised him for working well, but Finn thinks not like that. He thinks more, and to celebrate that, Finn goes on holiday at the expensive hotel, and he relaxes at the hotel's swimming pool with a little campaign. And at the same time, Lee is the friend of Finn, holidaying to that hotel as well. And the short story, they are ask each other, what are you doing here, and Bath on holiday. But Lee is confused because Finn said to her to the last week, he say he didn't have money, a lot of money, and now he vacation in a quite expensive place. So it's make Lee still confused. So Lee directly asked to Finn about that, and Finn answer, yes, that's true, but you know what? Our boss called me into his room and said I was out for a promotion. So I thought you live once and you've got to split out. So Finn dives into the pool, and Lee are very surprised because the employee who has given the promotion is her aunt, not Finn. And Lee are little uncomfortable to Finn, but she keeps telling the truth. And when Finn hear that, she and with a little disappointed, his gift, Lee congratulate to her, and he say he will check out from that hotel tomorrow because that is expensive hotel, and they are swimming pool together. So I think this is what happened with Lee and Finn. But this audio explain how to use word splash out correctly, and this audio too explain Finn error using splash out in diving, because splash out means spend a lot of money on pleasant things you don't really need. And this audio too give example how to use splash out correctly, like I said last week, so I splash out on a new computer and I feel great. And I think this is what this audio explained to us, and I think enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, I'm Rob. Welcome to 6 Minute English. I'm joined today by Finn. Hello, Finn. Finn? Hello, Finn.
Oh, sorry, Rob. You caught me napping. It's that time of day when I need to nod off, or in other words, fall asleep.
Well, sleeping on the job or sleeping at work is no bad thing. And I hope today's programme will wake you up to the idea that sleeping in the workplace might be a good thing.
Oh, really? Well, that's good to hear. I would have thought that sleeping at work was against the rules.
Well, not in every office, Finn, and I'll tell you why soon, as well as explaining some sleep-related vocabulary. But now you're wide awake, how about a question?
OK, let's hear it.
Right, well, when the former British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, was in power, she did her job with very little sleep. But do you know how many hours of sleep she is said to have had each night? Was it A, 3 hours, B, 4 hours, or C, 5 hours?
I always thought she got by, she managed her job with just 4 hours of sleep a night, Rob.
Right, not much, is it?
Well,
We'll find out if you're right or wrong later on. I'm not sure if she chose not to sleep for long or she just wasn't able to sleep for long. Someone who can't sleep is called an insomniac.
And I'm certainly not an insomniac. I enjoy sleeping all night and some of the day too. And Rob, you said napping during the day is a good thing.
Yes, it's always nice to have a short sleep, or what I call 40 winks during the day. But when you're at work, this can be a problem. In some companies like Google and the Huffington Post, workplace naps are positively encouraged. They're seen as a way to make staff more productive.
Yes, so you mean they work harder and are more creative because a power nap or a quick sleep can make workers feel refreshed and more alert. I really like the sound of this, Rob.
Yeah, me too. And an Australian health writer called Thea O'Connor is a founder of a campaign called Nap Now, which is trying to make sleeping at work more acceptable. She calls herself a naptivist. Let's hear from her now. What does she say is stopping us from doing this?
I think that our culture is a bit crazy not to embrace it, and one of the reasons that we don't is our attitude. It's quite countercultural to do nothing in order to get ahead. I just really see that it's time to disrupt the prevailing work ethic, which is all about work longer and harder.
Right, so she wants us to embrace, that's to accept, the idea of a workplace power nap. But it's our attitude, the way we think about work, that stops society from accepting this.
Yes, she explains that it's countercultural, so going against the normal way of thinking, to actually do nothing and have a snooze.
That's why she's trying to change or to disrupt our current work ethic of working longer and harder. She believes this doesn't necessarily bring better results. But, Rob, is this idea just a fad, something that's popular for a short while?
Maybe, but research has certainly shown that good quantity and quality of sleep is important for our well-being. A few years ago, research by the East of England Development Agency found 30% of people have their best ideas in bed, compared to just 11% who have them at their desk. It called for companies to install beds in the workplace.
Right, well, there aren't any in our office that I can see yet, Rob.
No.
But I think putting beds or areas for naps in the office would help us workers feel more able to rest and recharge our minds.
Yes, but an alternative idea would be to change our working hours. The UK's Sleep Council claims the 9-to-5 work culture doesn't fit into the natural sleeping pattern of the human race, and bosses need to introduce a more sleep-friendly working day.
Oh, yes, that sounds like a siesta to me. It's a short period of sleep in the middle of the day that people in warm places like Spain often have.
Well, my problem with a siesta is that if I have a sleep in the afternoon, I'd never wake up.
Never at all?
No.
Well, before you nod off now, Rob, could you please tell me the answer to today's question?
Yes, I asked you if you knew how many hours of sleep the former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher is said to have had each night. Was it 3, 4 or 5 hours?
I said 4 hours, Rob. Was I right?
Indeed, Finn. You are right.
Wow.
4 hours.
For once.
Yes, it's often been said that she needed just 4 hours of sleep, but only on weekdays, not weekends.
Long light weekends.
Well, before you have another power nap, could you remind us of some of the vocabulary that we've heard today?
Of course, we heard napping, nod off, sleeping on the job, insomniac, 40 winks, power nap, naptivist, attitude, countercultural, work ethic, well-being, 9 to 5, siesta.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed today's programme. Please join us again soon for another 6-Minute English from BBC Learning English. Bye-bye. Back to sleep.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ulfa Rahmawati. I'm going to tell about my audio. The audio is conversation between Rob and Finn. They talk about sleeping on the job. Rob and Finn discuss the benefits of sleeping on the job. Some experts think we work better if we can close our eyes and have a short rest in the office. Well, Rob and Finn said sleeping on the job or sleeping at work is no bad thing, but not in every office. In some companies like Google and the Huffington Post, workplace naps are productively encouraged. They are seen as a way to make staff more productive. They work hard and more creative because a power nap, a quick sleep, makes workers feel refreshed and more alert. Research has certainly shown that good quantity and good quality of sleep is important to our well-being. A few years ago, by research by the East of England Development Agency, found 30% of people have the best ideas in bed, compared to just 11% people who have them at their desk. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rukhaya modeong and I'm from group 5. Now I want to tell about the audio. Did I hear in the dialect always repeat word sleep is ideal from the dialect, and the speaker talk if sleeping on the job or sleeping at work is not bad thing, because napping at workplace will make staff more productive. And in the dialect there are many characters, and one of them was called sleep. And while he speeched it, he said to his friend about sleep is very important for productivity, but don't over. And in the world, there are kind of time for sleep, short and long normal. Over. I think enough for me, and I said wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.